Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. A bit different today. ACT is gone and we are at Automobilista 2 territory. Released today the 1st of April. I didn't play the first one, so this is a bit all new to me, but what got my interest was the fact that this is kind of a Project Cars 2 kind of thing. Sort of a rehash but with some sort of improvements. Now, for those that are a bit new or don't have the game or anything, this is still kind of in beta mode. There's still a lot of work to be done. So my comments are kind of based on what we're getting at the moment and what you can see. And yeah, just take everything with a pinch of salt. So I've had time to relax from this game, and the reason behind that is I felt quite sick. You'll see why as we go on to this screenshot here, or the start of the video. The camera angle, I cannot get it to lock. So as you can see, it is moving around all over the place. I've changed as much settings as I can. I've literally tried to reduce everything, and you just see that this moves around like you would not believe. Yeah, it's like running in VR for me. I can't, especially with the speed of this car. I was just feeling quite sick by the end of it. Just could not get the camera position to lock. But this is the 1990, let's call it, Formula 1 car, sort of based loosely on one, driving Brands Hatch. It's a 10-minute race, and you'll see, well, first off, from the start, I gained 10 positions within the first two corners, so that shouldn't be happening. Secondly, throughout the race, you'll see that I set this opponent level to around 74, and I had my arse kicked badly. Granted, these cars are an absolute nightmare to drive, proper pain in the arse, but basically I think I was the trolley train for all I'm aware of, because you see behind that they were literally just following me, and as we go through the video, I'm losing more and more ground to those ahead. So yeah, so apart from feeling sick, what else is there to notice? So the first thing as well is don't get your hopes up about the cars, sponsorship, all that kind of stuff. The game or the developers themselves don't have the funds to be able to put in real cars, so to speak, with real sponsorship and everything like that. Certainly not at the moment anyway. I think you're going to have to probably pay for that at some point. So this is kind of a stripped down game of Project Cars 2. There's still quite a few cars in here, like the Caterhams and the sort of Radicals, those types of things. You've also talking about these many different single-seater cars as well, and then you've got a few sort of touring cars. I've tried we'll call them the Australian V8s. They are an absolute nightmare to drive, and I gave up pretty much driving those because I kind of lost patience quite quickly with it. The colours that you sort of see and the tracks are, in my opinion, they're probably, the colours are a bit maybe too overdone in my opinion. There's very little shadowing going on as well, as, you know, when you compare to sort of other games. And yeah, it's, I suppose realistically what you're looking at is, if you want a realistic sim, you're not going to get that at the moment. You're looking at quite, it kind of, in these sort of circumstances, it kind of reminds me of a bit of a Jeff Grammer kind of game. It doesn't look futuristic, it doesn't look groundbreaking, and that's slightly disappointing. But just remember that, as I said, this is beta version, and I'm driving a car which in hindsight I probably didn't really want to be driving. But what I would probably say is, when you've got a high-end PC and you can run ACC and you can see sort of how nice that looks, when you then go to a game like this just runs easy. Do you know what I mean? You can run it as high a setting as you want. You don't see any lag, you don't see any problems performance wise. with this kind of game. But on the other hand, you don't get the type of groundbreaking graphics and shadows and everything that goes with it. Going back to these cars in particular, because it is literally first impressions of this, I probably won't be driving these much at all. They're just a bit, well, they're a bit OTT, to be honest, and I have no idea really about setup of these things. They're understeery, they're oversteery, they have very little sort of traction going on, and until I can sort out this camera angle, yeah, we won't be playing it. I just want to show you some gameplay of it. At the moment, I'm probably going to say I'm kind of giving this about 5 stars until I can really play more of it and really test it out. It's worked quite well with my wheels straight off. I've got a Thrustmaster TX base, and I've had no issues at all with force feedback or setting the wheel up. It detected it straight away. Everything was good. And so yeah, so realistically, you know, if you install it, get it running, everything is great. But 5 stars for me, just purely based on camera angle and just it's just basic at the moment, and we really need to get a better understanding of where they're going to go as, you know, as they go along. And also, it's just the opponent AI thing. I mean, as I say, I'm running on 70 odd, and I'm seriously getting absolute kicking. I haven't, to be fair, found a car that I really like. So yeah, but what I would also say is that there's plenty of circuits for you to get your teeth into, plenty of new stuff that you've probably never even driven before. Obviously, with a Brazilian developer, they've got quite a lot of North America and Brazilian tracks that we've not tried, so it's worth giving that a shout. This is currently £24.99 UK pounds on the Steam store, but yeah, I'm sure there'll be more videos to follow, but yeah, in the meantime, that's a very brief 10-minute video of some footage, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, and see you all soon.